Steve, let's go.
Time to turn the page, MP.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we got another seat right here in the NBA, no better insider than Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, great to have you with us.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's great to be here. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Look at Richard Jefferson. He's like a kid in a candy store. He cannot wait to talk to you.
Yes, we love RJ.
Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Ausar Thompson.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Ausar Thompson is out there with Holland. And it's Duren in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Grizzlies, we've got Wells, Tiny out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Morant, and it's Kennard in at the 2-guard. Well, we know it's been tough to win in Detroit for the Pistons. They've changed coaches again. Just 2 playoff appearances, Shams, in the last 15 years for this very proud and historic franchise. But there is, I feel, as you look at that franchise, hope. Do you see it as well?
No question, and it really starts with Cade Cunningham. I'm told the Pistons organization has all the confidence in the world in Cunningham. First pick in the draft in 2021. He averaged 23 points, 8 assists per game, 6'6" point guard. Cunningham is someone the Pistons brass is very confident can be a franchise player, and he is their cornerstone moving forward.
He is a good starting point, I would agree. Now, here's Ivy. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Shots good by Duren.
As a playmaker, Ivy has an interesting upside. If he continues to develop those skills, he'd only increase his value.
Here's Tiny. Last game, 26 points. From the arc. Rebound by the Pistons. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed 3 points and just couldn't convert.
We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package.
Oh, my goodness, man. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, yes. That's for sure. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Morant outside. Here's Tiny, defended by Duren.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. The Pistons making a change here. Hardaway's checked in, and he ends up missing both free throws. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. But there's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pull on the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. 2 points, that one goes.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
The shot by Tiny, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Edie's checked in for Tiny. Brandon Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Kennard. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger.
Memphis trailing here. Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Marcus Sasser is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Fontecchio in at the power forward.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to L.A. because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making the best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city to visit?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those three cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoyed it a lot.
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to Charlotte.
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento one day. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped a 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming here.
They love their Kings.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
Here is Tiny. He's got 15. Tries again, and it's good on the way-in. Edey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Jackson. Wells, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. And a different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Holland comes in for Fontecchio. Ivy's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser. And Aldama has it in the corner. Tiny, the pass to Wells. Memphis moving it around. Tiny. Off target from three-point range.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. Here's Ivy. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Thompson, a screen on Pippen. Down low. And Duren slams it in.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pass to Wells. Here's Tiny. He's got 17. Jackson kicks to Wells. Puts up a deep 3. The shot by Tiny, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Duren slams it in.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Pippen, the pass to Tiny. There's the triple. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. 20 points for Tiny.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Cunningham. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Memphis out in front, up by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
You know, I love what they're doing, being patient on offense, getting high percentage looks, keep feeding the beast.
Yeah, some of it's approach, but a lot of it is they have great interior scorers.
And now let's see who the winners of the Player of the Week were. For the East, Bam Adebayo.
Well, Adebayo does so many things for his team, and recently he's been doing them at a super high level, guys. Glad to see his efforts have been recognized.
Bam! Putting it to him.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Look at Tiny. He's been really playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Jaren Jackson is out there with Tiny. Then it's Morant. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And the Pistons with possession here. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Pass to Cunningham. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Tiny, defended by Duren. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 4-point game. Ivy passes to Howard. Pass to Ivy. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint.
Grizzlies.
And he hasn't gotten anything to go. You can see the frustration mounting as a result. His team, not in great shape either.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. 3 kicks to Stewart. His 3-pointers off the mark. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Tiny. For the lead. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Inside, here's Stewart. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Stewart's got 6 here in this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's Detroit as they wrap up the third quarter with a massive 16-6. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth, we've got Fontecchio. Marcus Sasser is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Waters in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Tiny. Here's Wells. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Out left to the wing. Waters hits the three-point bomb. Waters got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The Grizzlies making a change here. Checked in for the Grizzlies. Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. To take the lead. Rebounded by the Pistons.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Thompson passes to Ivan. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Duren.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds from putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
No question, it's a big impact play. Credit to him for working hard to find that opportunity.
Now, here's Cunningham. To the paint.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Here's Tiny. Shot to stop the run. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Here's Duren. Yes!
Defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Here's Tiny. From outside, off the mark.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And that's an intentional foul.
Ja Morant, second personal foul, 4th team foul. Shooting for Detroit, Cade Cunningham, taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. There's 18 seconds left in the game. And what's their best move at this point?
There's still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Lets it go from deep. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
Here's Tiny. Launches from deep. And so the Pistons take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy.